I love The Last of Us. The story and pacing in this game is near perfect, and honestly, it is a great example of how to write an emotional journey into the video game medium. There are, of course, other fantastic examples of that, but today we'll be focusing on The Last of Us. While I loved the first game, my thoughts on the sequel were not very pleasant, if I'm being honest. People who know me a bit personally would know my feelings about it, but if for whatever reason you want me to briefly go over them like I do with my summaries, please feel free to let me know in the comments. Anyway, we have recently seen that Naughty Dog was about to release a remake of The Last of Us. I was, well, caught incredibly off guard, but then I started wondering, why did they remake The Last of Us? The game is not even a decade old yet, and while the technical upgrades are beyond impressive, I really did not feel the need for a remake, considering the quality of the original. I had a few conversations about the remake and the possible reasons why it exists. The conclusion for most of them was money, because you see, The Last of Us has one of the best narratives in gaming, so it will definitely attract people, whether or not they have played the game, and it's Naughty Dog, so yeah. But my stupid ass wasn't satisfied. I really think there's another weird reason, and I think it has to do with the plot of The Last of Us 2. Spoilers ahead for both part 1 and 2 of The Last of Us. One of the main reasons I was not pleased at all with The Last of Us 2 was its plot. It turned a lovable girl into an indecisive cunt, and one of my favorite protagonists in gaming into a dumbass. It also had one of the characters I fucking hate the most in the history of gaming since Ashley Graham. What infuriates me the most is that it seems that they forced you to like her, and oh boy, they like her so much that they are willing to ruin the pace of this already long ass game just for her. Fucking amazing. Anyway, to put it very briefly, in the first game at the very end, we find Joel trying to save Ellie from the Fireflies, and the reason why they took her was because she was immune to the Cordyceps brain infection that caused the main events of the game, and they wanted to make a cure. In the room where Ellie is, there are a bunch of NPC doctors that were about to shoot you if you don't act first. You see, the second game tries to make these random ass NPCs special and important by basically editing the lore and making the main antagonist of the second game the daughter of one of these doctors that we end up murdering in order to save Ellie. That made no sense to me. It still does not. And no, I still don't feel bad about shooting them. So then the main antagonist goes on a rampage to avenge his dead father, and in the process fucking kills Joel. This literally happens in the first hour out of 30. It is honestly baffling. I was not surprised to see Joel die, but it was still incredibly soul-crushing, way too early, and honestly something I never want to witness again due to the brutality and honestly just the poor setup and execution of the scene itself. I am pretty confident they will try to weave in the doctor thing into the remake to make it make more sense and perhaps make a few changes to the story. If they somehow mess it up, I would not be surprised. But the thing is, critics would still suck this game off because it's The Last of Us, it's Naughty Dog, and it's a remake. I cannot make this up even if I wanted to. Never have I thought that I'd get a remake of this game so fucking soon. It still does not make sense to me. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment and subscribe to guide me towards the light. I am your host, Wifty, and...
Bigot sandwiches.
Okay, thanks, bye.